Think about the first basket you made, the first goal you scored, or the first home run you hit. You're probably filled with excitement and joy at your accomplishment. Chances are, your coach was filled with that same excitement too. That's because your coach was able to witness your evolution and development from that very first shot or swing to your very first basket, goal, or home run. Hi, my name is Ethan Gray, and for my senior project, I helped coach a 9-year-old baseball team while researching the question, how does playing a team sport give you skills you can use for the rest of your life? After starting senior STEM, I was able to create a project where I could give back to the baseball community and research a question I was always curious about. I always knew my senior project would have something to do with the sport I love most, baseball. Originally, I thought of doing something like a weekend skills camp, but this wouldn't give me the hours I needed, and overall it just didn't seem meaningful enough. I then thought about all the different parts of my own baseball career to determine what was most meaningful to me. It was easy for me to say that I made the most memories and relationships throughout my 10 years playing for the New Hampshire Bobcats. I asked my dad, the director of the organization, what I could do to give back to the program, and he got me in contact with the coach of the 9U team. The team needed another coach, so I made it a focus on my senior project to go to all the preseason practices I could. I used my knowledge of the game to improve the players' baseball skills, while also making an effort to teach them the importance of failure, teamwork, respect, and more. Now, let's get into the research portion of my project. There's no doubt that throughout my many years of playing sports, I formed relationships and learned skills that I can use in my future career. That's why in addition to coaching this team, I researched the question, how does playing a team sport give you skills you can use for the rest of your life? I found many sources from all over the place, but they all had one thing in common. All of my sources mention the words failure, teamwork, and respect, and there's good reasons why. Everyone has experienced failure in some way related to sports, whether it be striking out at the plate, losing a heartbreaking game, or watching your favorite team do it on TV. Bruins. Failures happen in sports as well as in life. And when young athletes are taught that not everybody gets to win, they learn a valuable lesson that they can keep with them for the rest of their lives. As athletes, each mistake we make teaches us something we can use to improve our game. And it is important that we recognize that. One of Michael Jordan's famous quotes reads, "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Another common value of sports I found throughout all my sources is teamwork. Working with other people is a skill necessary for almost every career, and young athletes can learn that skill by playing sports. And during your playing career, you're going to have at least one teammate or coach that you don't like, and you're going to have to deal with them whether you like it or not. Later in life, you're probably going to have that one coworker or boss you don't like, and the former athletes who've had to deal with bad teammates or coaches will do a better job cooperating with their coworkers than those who didn't play a sport. It's also likely that players who take on leadership roles within their teams will be more successful in the future. Because of the leadership skills they learn through playing team sports, former team captains will make good business leaders or executives. And the last word that occurred often throughout all my research was respect. You cannot be successful at a sport without learning the importance of respect. That's because in order to progress, an athlete must be open to the suggestions and criticism of his or her coach. Players can learn the value of respect by playing a sport with coaches and officials in it. As athletes, we know that referees and umpires make mistakes. Although it may be hard sometimes, moving on from a bad call and recognizing that officials are also human instills sportsmanship in young athletes and makes the game better for everybody. Whether it's your boss in the workplace, your parents telling you to clean your room, or your teachers as you continue to pursue your education, respect is an important quality to have that you can apply to every aspect of your life. These three components of sports, teamwork, respect, and learning to deal with failure, are just three of the many that players can learn and carry on for the rest of their lives. Now, for how I connected my research to the coaching side of my project. I mentioned earlier that in addition to coaching their baseball skills, I made an effort to teach them skills and lessons they can use for the rest of their lives, like the ones I just talked about. I help them teach some of these, but others will learn just by playing the game. To teach them the importance of failure, I gave them feedback when they made mistakes. Sometimes they wouldn't understand the adjustment I told them to make, so I had to think back to what worked for me when I was their age. Instead of saying, keep a level swing when they were just uppercutting at the ball, I would tell them to land the plane, and it usually worked. As I mentioned above, success never comes without failure, so it was good for these kids to make mistakes and learn from them in order to get better. Accepting feedback from coaches also taught them the importance of respect, a value they will continue to learn as they play games this season with umpires who may not always make the best calls. And I think the best way to learn the importance of teamwork is just by playing the game. At the start of the winter, when we first started practicing, the team was often unfocused, fooling around, and overall just wasn't looking like a team. Yes, they were only 8 and 9 years old, but I knew that all these boys had much room to improve. Now, in the middle of their spring season, they are looking and playing like a good team, and I'm confident that they will continue to win games. There's no doubt that throughout my time spent with these boys, their baseball skills improved while they began to learn important skills they can use for the rest of their lives. I watched kids who couldn't make contact with the ball in the winter use feedback and hard work to rack up base hits in the spring. I watched them learn how to take failure and turn it into success. I watched them form friendships and work together as a team to get their first couple of wins this spring. And last but not least, I got to give back to the baseball community and the team I played for 10 years myself. Thank you. Any questions? Mark?
Do you plan on coaching in the future?
I do plan on coaching in the future, yeah. All right, thank you. I have 6 minutes.
I know. It's not gonna?
No.
Okay.
I'll just hit it. I don't know if I'll use it. Like,
It's there if you need it.
if I
Okay.
if I feel so.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, can you click off the thing?
Yes.